Hello and welcome to a brand new Round 2 Wrestling podcast here on the 5th of March, 2024. We have foregone the pomp and circumstance. That's right, there is no music this week because we have a lot to talk about. Not a lot of rumors this week, but we have a heavy amount of pro wrestling news. That's right, actual, factual, confirmed news is a little bit on the heavy side this week. Plus, we have brought back a fan and producer favorite this week, Round 4, Did You Know Pro Wrestling Facts. However, we're going to kick things off by listening to the gossip, the what-ifs, and maybes going on in the world of professional wrestling. This is Round 1, the Pro Wrestling Rumor Mill. Alright, here we go. Wrestling Observer reports WWE sources have confirmed AJ Styles versus LA Knight and Logan Paul versus Randy Orton for WrestleMania 40. Now, this is just a rumor. Even though it says it is confirmed, it has not been confirmed by accredited news sources. The Wrestling Observer notes Tama Tonga, who just left New Japan Pro Wrestling, is indeed headed for WWE. TNA's long-term goal is to air live every Thursday from a set location, says Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer. NXT's former home at Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida, was at one point considered. As many as 19 CMLL wrestlers are in danger of losing their U.S. work visas due to a communication breakdown with the Texas-based indie that sponsors them, and this is according to a PW Insider report. Sources told WrestleVotes that WWE is, quote, close to finalizing a deal with Cleveland Browns Stadium, end quote, to host SummerSlam 2024 on August 3rd. Wrestling Observer Live's Brian Alvarez said AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo will be out of action for, quote-unquote, a long time following knee surgery. Fightful Select was told that AEW is, quote, tentatively planning, end quote, for Okada to be with the company by this week's episode of Dynamite in the Atlanta area. So be sure to tune in to TBS this Wednesday evening to see for yourself whether or not the free agent from the land of the rising sun does in fact appear for AEW. BWE says WWE's Drew McIntyre has signed a new contract with WWE, but other outlets maintain it's not yet official. That's it. That draws to a conclusion. Round 1 in the Pro Wrestling Rumor Mill. Again, not a lot of what-ifs and maybes to discuss this week. However, we are going to jump right into Round 2. This is Pro Wrestling News. Here we go. NCIS releases details regarding former WWE wrestlers' sexual assault claims.
Oh my God!
Former WWE women's wrestler Ashley Massaro alleged sexual abuse by a U.S. Army doctor during a WWE tour of Kuwait in 2006-2007. The NCIS opened a criminal investigation into the matter starting in June 2019. The investigation was officially closed on January 27, 2020, when it was determined that all leads had been exhausted and they were not able to determine where the alleged crime took place. The NCIS report has recently been made available via a Freedom of Information request by WrestlingOnline.com. Founding member of famous Four Horsemen faction passes away.
Oh my God!
Ole Anderson, birth name Alan Robert Rogowski, passed away February 26, 2024. His cause of death was not available at the time of this broadcast. Anderson, one of the legends of Mid-Atlantic and Georgia wrestling, was the booker and top heel when Georgia Championship Wrestling started gaining a national following on WTCG Channel 17 in Atlanta, later becoming WTBS. Anderson would later help form the famous Four Horsemen faction alongside wrestling legends Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard. Our hearts go out to any and all remaining family members for Ole Anderson. Former World Heavyweight Champion signs with TNA.
You what?
Alex Hammerstone was recently announced as TNA's latest free agent signing, with a match against Josh Alexander also being announced for TNA's Sacrifice this Friday, March 8th. Aside from his one TNA match this year, Hammerstone has also wrestled for GCW and a variety of independent promotions as a free agent. Be sure to check your local listings for time and availability for TNA's weekly TV show. Former AWA Tag Team Champion and adoptive father of Luna Vachon passes away.
That's fucking stupid.
Paul Butcher Vachon, a member of the legendary Vachon Pro Wrestling family, died on February 29th, 2024. He was 86 years old. Paul and brother Maurice Mad Dog Vachon held the AWA Tag Team titles together for 623 days from 1969 until 1971. Vachon battled cancer multiple times during his lifetime, with a tumor being removed as late as March 2023. We here at Round 2 Wrestling reach out and send our sincerest condolences to any and all Vachon family members surviving this horrible, horrible passing. Update on the Billy Jack Haynes murder mystery.
Oh my God!
Billy Jack Haynes has been transported to jail after being officially charged with the murder of his wife. As reported by Round 2 Wrestling and KOIN6, Haynes was booked into the Multnomah County Detention Center, and I am sorry for slaughtering that name, in Portland, Oregon, on charges of murder in the second degree and unlawful use of a weapon. On February 8th, 2024, officials were called to Haynes' home where a 2-hour standoff with police took place before finally surrendering. Inside, police found Jeanette Bearcraft, Haynes' wife, deceased. Her death was ruled as a homicide by shotgun wound. We here at Round 2 Wrestling will keep you updated on this matter as information becomes available. WWF bodyguard and NWO member Virgil passes away at age 72.
Oh my God!
Virgil, real name Michael Jones, was best known as the bodyguard of $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase in the 1980s and 1990s WWF, climaxing with a match against DiBiase after years of abuse and winning the $1 Million belt at SummerSlam 91. Jones would later end up in WCW in 1996 as part of the NWO Black and White angle. After WCW's demise, Virgil was seen around the country for various indie promotions and at trade shows from coast to coast. We here at Round 2 Wrestling offer our sincerest condolences to any and all surviving members of the Virgil family. NWA officially announces partnership with the CW.
Oh my God!
NWA president and former Smashing Pumpkins lead singer Billy Corgan revealed last Wednesday that the wrestling promotion is officially available on the CW app, with NWA's weekly show Power also available on the CW app. The NWA and CW also revealed that a reality show starring Corrigan will debut on the app later on this year. No details as to what this particular show will be. Be sure to tune in to the CW app and check that out for yourself. That draws to a conclusion round 2 and pro wrestling news. Without any further hesitation, we're going to jump right into round 3, title matches. However, warning, this next segment may contain spoilers for your favorite promotions and pay-per-views, including results from AEW's Revolution pay-per-view, GCW Keep in Touch pay-per-view, MLW Intimidation Games pay-per-view, Ring of Honor, WWE, NXT, NWA, TNA, AAA, CMLL, New Japan, All Japan, Stardom, RevPro, etc., etc. Here we go. The King Bees defeated NWA Women's World Tag Team Champions Pretty Empowered to become the new NWA Women's World Tag Team Champions. AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy defeated Nick Wayne to retain the AEW International Championship. Mystico defeated MLW World Middleweight Champion Rocky Romero to become the new MLW World Middleweight Champion. WTF defeated MLW World Tag Team Champion Second Gear Crew to become the new MLW World Tag Team Champions. New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Champion Matt Riddle defeated Bad Dude Tito to retain the New Japan Pro Wrestling World TV title. MLW World Champion Satoshi Kojima defeated Minoru Suzuki to retain the MLW World Championship. CMLL World Trios Champions Los Barberos defeated Los Infernales to retain the CMLL World Trios Championships. JCW Champion Masha Slamovich defeated Eric Cannon to retain the JCW Championship. GCW World Champion Blake Christian defeated John Wayne Murdoch to retain the GCW World Championship. GCW Tag Team Champions Violence is Forever defeated Garbage Daddies to retain the GCW Tag Team titles. GCW World Champion Blake Christian defeated Eric Cannon to retain the GCW World Championship. AEW TNT Champion Christian Cage defeated Daniel Garcia to retain the AEW TNT Championship. AEW Continental Crown Champion Eddie Kingston defeated Bryan Danielson to retain the AEW Continental Crown Championship. Roderick Strong defeated AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy to become the new AEW International Champion. AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm defeated Deonna Purrazzo to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. AEW World Champion Samoa Joe defeated Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland to retain the AEW World Championship. AEW World Tag Team Champions Sting and Darby Allin defeated the Young Bucks to retain the AEW World Tag Team titles. Jordan Brooks defeated RevPro Undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion Leon Slater to become the new RevPro Undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion. That is the end of round 3 and title matches. If you missed any of those title matches or are wondering if your favorite promotion had any gold on the line and whether or not your champion retained or if a new one was crowned, be sure to listen to this episode of Round 2 Wrestling again. We are at the end of Round 2 Wrestling, and before we go, we're going to move right into Round 4, Did You Know Pro Wrestling Facts. Did you know are little bits of information and facts about the wrestling world you may or may not have known about. You gotta love the bell. Did you know former WWE wrestler Mr. Kennedy wrestled both Umaga and Eddie Guerrero's last matches? Did you know WWE Hall of Famer Scott Hall never appeared in a Royal Rumble match? However, the character Razor Ramon did appear in the Royal Rumble. Did you know WWE's John Cena only lost 3 times in all of 2007? Kevin Federline, The Great Khali, and Carlito were those losses. Did you know Flying Brian Pillman and current NFL Baltimore Ravens head coach John Harbaugh were roommates in college? And did you know the late Virgil is 2-0 at WrestleMania? Thank you for tuning into this brand new podcast.